Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Hope you're having a great Monday. I'm going to try to make it better for you. We have a show full of the latest hot topics everyone is talking about. Chike is not here tonight, but we have Adam from Movie Reviews filling in for us as always. Thank you, Adam. But yeah, we're all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and of course our official website is StephenKnightShow.com. You can go check our merch there as well. And yeah. So how y'all doing? Everybody doing good?
Yeah.
You doing all right?
I am so tired.
I understand. Trust me. Did you have a good weekend? Was the weekend good? Anything exciting?
What was the weekend? Oh my God. What was the week? Oh my God, what was the weekend? Shout out to my girlfriend Tiffany. Chika and I actually went to Maryland on Friday.
Oh.
Her daughter is in the drama club, and they did a Motown tribute. And it was amazing. Fresh, high schoolers.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. We had a great time. Tori did an amazing job. They really did an amazing job.
That's
with
great.
That show. 2 hours of singing and dancing.
Mm-hmm.
So that was good. And so we just did a quick trip down Friday and came back.
Mm-hmm.
And I have my mother with me. My mom she's kind of nonverbal. She has dementia, so she's with me right now. And I'm kind of like a mom all over again.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm just like, she's sleeping, and I'm just like watching her, checking on her.
Yeah.
Let me see the chest moving like moms do. So I am tired because I've been with her. She's here.
I can imagine.
I'm beat. So
what about you, Adam? You do anything exciting?
Yeah, so my mom and brother were actually in town for the weekend, so they've been a few times, but we still went to see, a lot of the sites of DC, walked around the waterfront in Georgetown, the waterfront in the Wharf in Southwest, and really just, it was a good weekend, good weather for the most part. So yeah, it was fun. Just, you definitely get your steps in on days when people come to town and they want to see all the sites. So
exactly.
Yeah, it was fun though.
Yeah, I was all over the city of Atlanta this weekend. One of my friends, he used to live here. He moved actually to DC maybe about 5 years ago. So he's back this weekend, and we did some everything this weekend. But it was good to see him as always. Nice. Our question of the day is it possible to stay friends with your exes? I'll ask you, Lanier.
I think it all depends on the ex and the situation, the circumstances surrounding why you two are no longer together.
Yeah.
Some people I just don't rock with. Once I remove myself, especially if it wasn't, then there's no reason for us to be.
Yeah.
There are people that I'm cool with. Like if I see you on the street, I'll speak to you.
Right.
But outside of that, like, you get on my wrong side, I'm like Casper the Friendly Ghost. You will never see me again. And if I see you on the street, I don't know you.
I heard that. What about you, Adam? You're a married man. Are you friends with your exes?
So yeah, I think Alinea is right. It does depend on the situation. I guess it depends on how you would define friend. I think I'm friendly with pretty much all my exes, but I don't talk to them. I don't like hang out with them. I don't see them. So I guess in the stretch of a definition of a friend, perhaps, but not like someone I hang out with.
Yeah, I agree. The same. It depends on how it ended, why it ended, and I think your friends use that loosely. But we're cordial. We're cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, tweets at home. Let us know. Is it possible to stay friends with your exes? All right, well, there's a slew of shocking media firings all occurring in less than 24 hours for different reasons, and has thrown the cable news industry into a tailspin. Cable news is already under extraordinary pressure to survive, but the drama engulfing some of the industry's top personnel is putting spotlight on how chaotic the industry has become. Now, 3 companies involved, Fox News, CNN, and NBCU, haven't publicly tapped permanent replacements for their departed execs and hosts, suggesting the networks were unprepared for the significant and public personnel changes. Now, shocking news broke Monday that 2 top cable news anchors had been fired less than a day after NBCU CEO Jeff Shell was unexpectedly fired for an inappropriate workplace relationship. Fox News said Monday the network and its star primetime host Tucker Carlson have agreed to part ways after more than a decade. Carlson's last program was Friday, April 21st per the network, meaning Carlson didn't get a chance to sign off to his viewers. And then I heard today that he found out 10 minutes before they fired him that they're about to fire him. CNN, after shortly announced that Don Lemon had been fired, Lemon said in a Twitter post that he was stunned. He said that he was informed by his agent Monday morning that he'd been terminated, but CNN later came back and said that because he was saying he wished a manager came and told him, not his agent, but they said that his recount of the facts is not accurate. All right, but there have been drama circling Carlson and Lemon for months. Don Lemon made comments about a woman being out of her prime when she's over 50. He had to apologize for that. And then Tucker Carlson with the whole January 6th and that, the historical settlement with Dominion voting system. Fox had to pay over $787 million to Dominion voting over saying this voting was rigged, and he was one of the main people, Carlson, that came up in that court case. So they said that cable news is already struggling because everyone's doing streaming now. What do you think about these firings? I'll start with you, Adam. What do you think about Tucker Carlson and Don Lemon first? Because they're big names.
Yeah, so of course Tucker Carlson is a long time coming, but I know Fox News didn't fire him because he wasn't a good person, or he wasn't a nice person. But yeah, the Tucker thing was surprising. He long due, get him off the air. He's not good for what's going on with the country, what's going on with the nation. Yeah. I think the Dominion thing's a part of it. Some of the rumor mill says that there's actually going to be some accusations against the show, maybe some sexual harassment accusations that happened during the show, which also may appear soon, which is why they may have preemptively gotten rid of Carlson. Again, who knows? But I think it's a good direction for American society to have him off air. And I know he'll go probably do a podcast or something where he'll be super popular anyway. But just getting him off Fox was quite surprising. And Rupert Murdoch does things for the money. And if there was money in cutting their top Fox News anchor, then he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, there was a producer that a female producer. She has a lawsuit against him for inappropriate comments and workplace harassment. So interested you brought that up. Linnea, what do you think about this?
So this is the first time I'm hearing about it because I had, I'm not really on social media. The only thing that I can really touch on is when you give your life to an employer and they drop you at the drop of a hat, a dime, a quarter, a nickel, and you've given a substantial amount of your time, never get attached when you're working for somebody else in that capacity. That's a conversation that my friends and I are always having. Because at the end of the day, they will and they can let you go. But I see it being a major thing because, Don Lemon has been on for years. And I know that I've heard that for the past couple of months, he's been saying some off the wall things. I haven't heard what he said personally, so I don't know whether it's off the wall or what context he may have said something in that. Since he's been within a group setting and not his own show, he's been kind of going back, battling with his co-host. I think that he does better by himself.
Mm-hmm.
Certain people do better by themselves than versus within a group. As far as Tucker Carlson, good riddance.
Pretty much.
You know, there's a lot that go, but just mainstream news anyway, you know, it's, I can't even say what it is. I don't have the appropriate word
Right.
in regards to what it is and what they create narratives about and who and how when it comes to people in the world. So, you know, he's going to, just like Adam said, he's going to find a platform, just like, who is it? Joe Rogan and the
Oh yeah,
the barstool dude who is completely racist, like
right.
super racist. So he'll find a platform to go on, and his followers will follow him, because if he goes to a podcast, he won't have no restrictions like that.
Yeah, he was a top rated show for Fox. But Don Lemon, they had been coming out. He's been coming under fire a lot lately. Anyway, they released that article about him, and they said that he had diva behavior, and apparently he slept with an intern and whatever, allegedly. And so that O'Brien, she told a story where during 2020, when we had all the racial reckoning going on in the country, that they were going to do a special, you know, on all that, and they were waiting to see who was getting the special. And so they announced, she said she wasn't there, but someone told her they announced that she was getting the special. And Don Lemon says there in the room, she's not even black.
She is black.
She is black. She's fair skinned, but yeah.
She is black. Like, you seen her parents?
Right. Exactly. So
she's black.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see. I'm sure they'll both be fine. Like even like Chris Cuomo, they let him go a year ago, 2 years ago, and he has his own show again. You know, I see him.
Yeah, Don Lemon's probably gonna take Tucker's role at Fox News.
No, that would be
circle continues.
That would be funny.
That
crazy. And I'll be honest, I don't watch cable news. Actually, I don't even have cable, so I think the extent of my cable news watching is in the airport when CNN is on the TVs in the background. So yeah, it won't affect me personally much, these changes, but yeah, it's definitely interesting, and I think it was just a weird, abrupt Monday to get rid of two people, and maybe there's a reason for timing. And they say, for example, when tech was doing layoffs, one company will do it, the other companies will do it, so it kind of rolls all into the news at the same time, and no one thinks much about it. Maybe this was like a coordinated thing, but yeah, very interesting on the timing.
Yeah, to think about it, he was taken off of prime time a while back, right?
Don Lemon, yes, I was thinking. I wonder why they moved him to morning.
Yeah, so he went from, like, when they do stuff like that, then something's in the works.
Yeah,
and him being removed from prime time actually happened before you started hearing about him making all these comments or whatever. So he had already been, quote, I hate to say it, quote unquote, down for him. It's a downgrade, because prime time in the evening, I mean, when folks are home, that's when they watch. Right. So he had already been downgraded. So this started sometime before then.
Yeah.
With them wanting to, they would complain about him being drunk on New Year's Eve, which is stupid, because that's what people do. Yeah. And people enjoyed him.
They enjoyed,
he was drunk.
Yeah.
So, but well.
And they announced the new show coming to CNN with Gayle King and Charles Barkley called King Charles.
Bye.
It's gonna be on Wednesday starting the fall. They talk about social things, but yeah. So look, and she's still staying at CBS mornings, but she's getting $12 million for a show, for a contract. $12 million for a 1 day a week show.
Wow,
I'm right.
Bye.
I get nothing for my 1 day a week show at the Stephen Knight Show. So yeah, just doing good.
All right. Well, a former Brooklyn Center police officer convicted of killing 20-year-old Black Dante Wright during a traffic stop has been released from prison. Kim Porter, she was released from the Minneapolis Correction Facility at 5 a.m. today. ABC News reports. Porter reportedly served 16 months of her 2-year prison sentence. Furthermore, she will serve the remaining 2 years under supervised release in Wisconsin. Now, the reason for regarding her time release was out of abundance of caution for the safety of Miss Porter, just according to DOC staff. In a court, I'm sorry, yeah. And so she was convicted of first and second degree manslaughter in April 11, 2021 shooting. She had pled not guilty for both charges, but she was ultimately sentenced last year to 24 months in prison. She also received a $1,000 fine. This was a case where she pulled over Dante Wright. He was in the car, and he had his what's it called, the thing in the dashboard,
Air freshener,
excuse me. And so she pulled him over. Then she found out that he had a warrant. There was a scuffle, and she pulled out her gun and shot him instead of her taser. And so they had wanted her to do a lot more time. 50 years, face of 15 years for manslaughter, first degree, and 10 years for manslaughter, but she only got the 2 years, and she's getting out earlier because of her safety. So, are you surprised, Linnea, that she's getting out early? And I mean, is it a real thing? You know, she's a police officer. She's in jail. You know, I'm sure that didn't go over too well with the inmates, but is it fair she's getting out early?
No, it's not fair she's getting out early. It's not fair she's not doing her whole time, even though that 24 months ain't worth 2 pennies. No, it's not fair. But she'll be like the other dude. Oh my God, who was it? The guy who killed Breonna Taylor, the cop who killed him.
Yeah.
Oh, he just got a sheriff's job.
Yeah. They say he brings a lot of experience to the.
No, no, he don't. He brings something else. But whatever, that's neither here nor there. This is what it is. This is what it is.
Yeah. What are your thoughts, Adam?
Yeah, I agree. The whole out of abundance for caution, for safety, blah blah blah. That's so. What about all the other inmates that have probably issues or they need their safety? How is this person getting special treatment? And we know how and why. So it's not surprising in the sense, but yeah, this is such a weird move to make for Wisconsin to do. It seems like unnecessary, but I guess they just figured they can, so they will.
Yeah. Well, Usher sharing his interest in heading the Super Bowl halftime show. The 44-year-old R&B singer recently spoke exclusively to Access Hollywood and expressed that the goal has been on his bucket list. During a recent interview with Access Hollywood, he undoubtedly said he's interested in performing. Pretty much said after he was able to get on the stage at 2011 with Black Eyed Peas and will.i.am to perform OMG. He said after watching Michael Jackson, Snoop, Dr. Dre, Prince perform, it's been on his bucket list, and he believes that he definitely has the set list, the catalog to do so. And so Instagram, they agreed with him. One said Usher has a lot of great music and he's a good fit for the halftime show. Another said Usher has so many hits. It'll be great. It'll be a great halftime show. And someone said Vegas is the best thing for him. He's been showing out. You know, he has residency there. And they brought a lot of people to his shows at his residency at the Dolby Live at Park MGM. He's brought out Young Miami, Little Baby, Joe Biden, but Joe Biden, Jermaine Dupri, and many more. So could you see Usher doing his thing at the halftime show?
Yes, please. I want this to just be like the Dr. Dre show where Ludacris comes out, Little John, let's get a whole showcase of Atlanta artists for this show, because I think that Dr. Dre halftime show was probably the best in a very long time. And of course I love Atlanta, so I'm a little biased, but yeah, let's get the whole showcase. Let's see, even bring our childhood back.
Right.
in the 90s.
What are your thoughts, Linnea? Would he be a good addition to the halftime show?
Definitely. I
Mm.
mean, I don't see from what bits and pieces that I've gotten to see and hear, his residency is amazing.
Mhm.
I wish that I had the money.
Mhm.
Because I would love to go. Like, I know that he puts on a show, like he just because like not only are you talking about the celebrities who attend, we're talking about the ones who he makes part of his shows. Like he
Yeah.
just had Tiana Taylor a
Mhm.
part of his show just recently. And
Brought out Tevin Campball,
brought
early.
out Stephen Campbell. He's brought out a lot of people,
Yeah.
giving people their flowers. So I think it would be a great idea. I don't know, who makes that decision. But it would definitely, be a good look, and it would be a fantastic halftime show if done correctly.
Yeah.
If he can do it the same way he doing his residency,
I agree.
probably the best.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever going to top Michael because I'm a Michael Jackson lover.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever going to top Michael in my eyes. Prince is second, and then Beyonce. So
Yeah, he definitely has a catalog. I think he would do a great show like Adam's idea to bring out some of the ATLians to hit the stage with him. I think he would do a great job. Great job. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back, find out the latest about Jonathan Majors right back after this. Where is my stop?